Hello world, we're here at this Japanese restaurant and joining me today is my Japanese teacher, Yamamoto Sensei.
Yamamoto です。こんにちは。
So, every time I have visitors come to Japan, I find I'm giving them a crash course on how to order and eat properly. If you don't have a guide to teach you how to do that, well, we're here to do that for you.
はい、じゃあ入りましょう。
Okay, let's get in. Okay, so I think this might be a weird thing to ask, but how does a Japanese menu work? So this one's fairly simple. You have A to F or A to E, but I think in family restaurants you'll often see a glossy menu. They'll have nice pictures. It seems pretty easy, but I've seen kanji for teishoku, there'll be setto, and there'll be tanpin. What does that mean?
Yeah. Yes. 定食 and seto is the same meaning. 定食 is for Japanese food like rice, miso soup, and pickles, and like fish or meat. And set is for Western food like bread, salad, soup, and main dish. And this tanpin means main dish only.
In the United States and in Canada, servers will come many times to ask you how you are. Is this the same in Japan?
No, in the States and Canada, each server has their own table for service, but we don't have such a system and no tipping. So you can ask any staff member.
Okay, so you don't have your own personal server and no tips? And what about this?
This is oshibori. You wipe your hands.
Okay, so you just open it up, wipe your hands. But I use it to wash my face like this too.
It's okay, but well, oshibori is for hands.
But I see like oji-sans all the time doing this and like doing their whole face, right?
Yeah, but because they're oji-san.
Okay, so it's kind of rude to do that then? Still pretty handy, it's nice and moist. So it's getting really dark, but one thing I forgot to ask was, how do you call the waiter or waitress over when you need to? Do you say something like, sumimasen, or like, onei-san, oni-san?
Yeah, you will say, sumimasen, or onegaishimasu.
Okay, so onei-san, oni-san.
No.
I hear oji-san say that all the time.
Yeah, oji-san.
Oji-san dakara. So how do you do it?
はい、じゃあすみません。はい。What would you like?
じゃあサバの塩焼き定食お願いします。
お一つでよろしいですか。
いや、一つです。
はい、私唐揚げ定食ください。
はい、お待ちくださ。
はいい、お願いし
はい、お願いし
ます。
ます。
はい。Can I actually eat?
Yeah? No.
ありがとうございます。綺麗。わあ、綺麗。わあ、
重い。
ね、重しなんです。はーい。ありがとうございます。じゃあ、いただきます。
いただきます。
いただきます means thank you for food and thanks to chefs and farmers.
If you don't say it at a restaurant, is that rude?
No, I don't think so. Because if someone eats at restaurants by themselves, they don't say it. Gregson, do you know how to break apart chopsticks?
Just like this?
No. The right way is like this.
Why is that?
It's if you break apart like this, you hit the next person.
Okay. All right. Okay, so how do we start? Do we need to eat things in a certain order?
In Japanese, it's called sankakutabe, which is triangle eating method. You don't have to eat exactly in, triangle. The important thing is do not eat only one dish before eating another one.
Oh.
So we eat rice, soup, other dishes, little by little, evenly.
So when I was young, I was taught to eat vegetables first.
Yeah, vegetable first is getting common in Japan too. It's good for your, blood sugar level. Do you know kaiseki ryori?
Yeah?
Kaiseki ryori is traditional Japanese course dinner, and they serve you in their certain order. So you can eat in the order it's served.
So one rule I'm fairly certain of is that you're not supposed to put soy sauce or shoyu on rice.
No, you can't.
Okay, another thing though is furikake though, you can put on it, right?
Furikake, it's okay, but in my opinion, furikake is more for kids. And normally kids don't like rice and they eat only other dishes. So furikake make rice tastier for them.
You know what I found though? Is I found otona.
Otona is adults and this is, you don't bring your own furikake to restaurant. And this is for nighttime snack for adults.
So one thing I was reading about online was whether or not you're allowed to pick up bowls when you're eating. Heard some bowls you're okay, some bowls you aren't. Which ones are okay on this table here?
You should pick up the bowls and the plates which are smaller than your palm.
Okay, so...
Yeah, so maybe this is bigger.
Bigger, so
Yeah.
I can't pick that up. But this one...
Yes, you should pick up.
What about miso shiru?
Yes, you should pick up.
Okay, and what about drinking like this?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. Finally, at 3 p.m., Yamamoto Sensei gets to eat. She wasn't kidding when she asked if she could eat the food or not. And by the way, she really is my Japanese teacher, so it's with my full recommendation when I say this. If you want online one-on-one lessons with Yamamoto Sensei, right now she has some open slots available, for which I'll leave the links to in the description. Now back to the food lesson. I don't have any allergies, but sometimes I have visitors and they do. So sometimes it's a gluten allergy, or maybe it's a peanut allergy. What do they do when they go to a restaurant?
You would say peanuts アレルギーがあります。
Oh, you got a convenient sign here.
And in Japanese, allergy is アレルギー. So you put food like peanuts アレルギーがあります. Or flour 小麦アレルギーがあります. And then I think you can put the menu. And so is this okay?
So like, じゃあ、ピーナッツアレルギーがありますから、大丈夫ですか?
Good.
Okay. And what about if you just don't like something? Like if you don't like tomatoes, for example, can you ask for no tomatoes?
Unlike United States, most Japanese restaurants are not used to customizing orders. So you get whatever they serve. So if you don't like tomatoes, just leave them on your plate.
Okay, so just leave it.
Yeah.
Got it. And side note, for those with special diets like vegan or halal, I'll leave links to helpful sites in the description. Is it rude to leave stuff on your plate? Because I have a small stomach, so I don't always eat everything.
Well, it's better to eat all dishes, but I also have a small stomach, so I always ask for less rice.
Oh, how do you say that in Japanese?
ご飯少なめでお願いします.
ご飯少なめでお願いします.
Yes.
Okay.
That means for less rice.
Okay. And what about leftovers? Can you ask for leftovers?
It's not common in Japan. I think most restaurants refuse it because they care food hygiene.
Okay, I see.
Greg-san, you cannot do this. I researched this for the video and actually it's rude.
Okay, so what are you supposed to do then?
You should use chopsticks first. And if you don't have chopsticks first, I will show you how to make it. Like, or this half and just knot. And here you go. This.
Can't you just like roll it up like this or something? And make a rest, you know? Like that? No?
What do you mean?
Just make a roll. I don't know. Here you go, right?
for 絞りで for これで
Okay, with this, yeah.
Oh.
Could you do that with paper?
I don't think so.
It has to be this fancy?
It's だって like this. こうやって
Okay.
こういう感じ
That's okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I can handle that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good.
But just a note.
Okay. All right.
We have several chopsticks taboos. Do you know any?
Yeah. Okay, so one's no rubbing them together like this. Another one is you shouldn't have a rice bowl and plop them in like that. You shouldn't have two chopsticks and pass among them, because both of those are associated with funerals. And when you have a shared dish, this is not a shared one, but we'll pretend it is. You flip your chopsticks backwards and you grab it like this and then put it on your own bowl.
It's not true. Using the back end of the chopsticks,
Yeah?
it's not good.
Are you serious? Because my family always does that, or they taught me to do that.
Yeah, so between family members, it's okay. But I looked it up online. You are supposed to use separate chopsticks for shared dish.
Ah, okay. So like if this is our nice salad bowl, then separate
Yeah,
chopsticks. But okay, so now where do we place these chopsticks? Do we place it on the salad bowl, or do we have to make another chopstick stand for it?
Yeah, maybe for another chopstick stand or
Like that?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We'll have to research that too. Okay. What do you do with your family?
We do.
You do what?
Yeah, we do use separate chopsticks.
Separate. Oh, okay. So your family is a little bit higher class than my family. That's what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Okay. Are there any other taboos?
No stabbing food. No stabbing with your food.
Like this?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is this bad?
Yes,
Okay.
and do not point food or people or anything.
Oh, so like
with
that
your-
thing and
yes.
that thing. This you. Okay.
And do not pull your bowl or plate towards you.
Like.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
well,
no,
if you're like
yeah.
that. Okay, so like this.
No, you can't.
Yeah, my wife just scolded me. Over here, sorry. My wife just scolded me recently for doing that. So I was reading up online about Japanese food etiquette, and I had a few questions for Yamamoto Sensei. My first question is it really okay to eat sushi with your hands?
Yes, okay. Yeah, sushi and onigiri, rice bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can eat with hands.
So this is actually a personal question. When I was eating, we had a shared dish, and it was a whole bunch of tonkatsu. And so I just picked up a whole bunch, and my wife got mad at me because she said you can only have a couple pieces or a few pieces at a time on your own plate.
Yes, she's right.
She's right?
Yes. You put 3 or 4 pieces or 3 or 4 bites portion on your plate at once. Yeah, so you better to how many people there and how much food left, and don't take too much.
I thought I did that because I guess in Canada, what happens is you have all your food on the table, and then you do look at the other people around, but then you make sure everyone takes out, you have salad, you take your meat, your rice or whatever, and you take out your full meal that you plan to eat, and then you sit down there and you eat it. And then afterwards, if everyone's finished, then you ask people, oh, do you mind if I have seconds? But not that way in Japan?
No, just take a little by little.
So you always have to be, asking people to
yeah,
pass that dish? Okay, I see.
Them guys do like that. Listen,
Oh.
my husband, because he tends to do that, and I always
Like what I do?
Yeah.
See, there you go.
No, but that's not good.
I know, I think the Canadian way is better on this one. Okay, so here's another one I heard is that it's really polite to pour drinks for other people. So if we're here at the table and this was actually a drink and not tsukemono, I would pour for you first and then pour for me, like that.
Yeah, but you don't have to pour others. But in business situation, when you are drinking with your customer or boss or senpai, older people than you, yeah, you have to.
So with me with you?
No. So between friends, yeah.
Sensei
between friends.
dakara.
No, that's okay. We are friends. So between friends and family members, you don't have to. But most people pour drinks for each other. It's being hospitable.
Hospitable. Okay, I see. All right. So last question is about slurping noodles. I think most people think that it's okay to slurp noodles in Japan. Is that true?
Yes, it's okay for soba.
For soba? What about ramen or udon?
Yeah, ramen and udon are okay. I think the noodles with chopsticks are okay for slurping.
Okay, well then what about spaghetti?
Spaghetti, no slurping, because you would use a fork.
So shall we go?
Yeah, ごちそうさまでした.
ごちそうさまでした. And what do we have here?
We have the bill.
And so do you pay the bill at the table or go to the cashier?
Most restaurants in Japan, we bring the bill to the cashier.
And according to data from 2017, 80% of restaurants accept credit cards, but only 25% of noodle shops, cafes, and diners accept. Recently, there's been a government campaign to go cashless, so it's getting easier to pay without cash. But it's best to always have some cash on you. Hey there, if you remember last month, I showed you my drawing skills. And this was seriously my drawing ability. And so Skillshare, they sponsored that video, and they also sponsored this one as well. And what they do is provide thousands of online courses that teach you skills, from the creative to the entrepreneurial. So one of the things I decided to do is to take a course in drawing to see if I could actually improve my ability. I learned how to focus on individual lines as opposed to the whole image. I learned to use simple shapes to build up an image. I learned how to break up an image into a grid. But the biggest thing I learned was to actually look at what things look like in real life and then try to draw it, like my cat. So I don't know, which one do you think is better, my original on the left or the new one on the right? And the drawings you saw in this video, those were mine as well. No, that's my wife and daughter who drew those. But whether you want to learn a new skill for fun or to further a career, with premium membership to Skillshare, you get unlimited access to all the classes, so you can learn whatever you like. Skillshare is very affordable, especially in comparison to in-person classes. An annual subscription will run you less than $10 a month, so it's hard to go wrong, especially since, with the link in the description, you'll get a 2-month free trial. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you very much, Yamamoto Sensei.
Thank you. And we've talked a lot about Japanese food etiquette, but please don't worry too much. I would like you to enjoy eating food in Japan.
So, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Sayonara.
What's food etiquette like where you're from?
And Greg-san, how can you say it's break or
Break apart?
break apart?
Yeah, break apart.
How do you break apart Garibashi?
How do you break it apart? If I had to do it, I would go, not like that, but I'd,
Boo.
well, we can do
こうい
that.
う感じ。
Oh, Hondo? Okay, okay.
これをやるとこうね。
You can ask me.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Break apart. Break apart.
Yeah.
Break apart 割り箸。